Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, where we strive to inspire and empower young minds through education. If you're curious about the profound impact of philosophy on our lives, you're in the right place. Join our community of learners and subscribe for free educational content that deepens your understanding and sharpens your critical thinking skills. Today, we dive into the world of Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in resilience and wisdom that teaches us how to navigate life's challenges with grace. Let's get started. Stoicism is a philosophical tradition that originated around 300 BCE, founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium. The essence of Stoicism lies in its teachings about virtue, resilience, and understanding what is truly within our control. It teaches that virtue is the only true good and that the foundation for happiness is living in accordance with nature and our rational faculties. The name Stoicism comes from the stoapoikal or the painted porch, where Zeno shared these teachings. It's important to clarify that Stoicism is not about the suppression of emotions. Rather, it is about understanding and wisely managing them through reason. One of the central principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. This concept divides aspects of life into two main categories: what we can control and what we cannot. The things we can control include our own judgments, beliefs, choices, desires, and actions. In contrast, we cannot control our health, wealth, reputation, or the actions of others. The Stoics taught that focusing our energy on what we can control leads to inner peace. As Epictetus famously said, some things are up to us, others are not. Interestingly, this principle aligns remarkably with modern cognitive behavioral therapy, which encourages individuals to distinguish between what they can change in their lives and what they must accept. A crucial part of Stoic philosophy is understanding the four cardinal virtues, which are wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom, or prudence, is the knowledge of what is truly good, bad, and indifferent. It empowers us to make sound decisions and navigate life's complexities. Justice is about fairness and treating others well, fulfilling our duties and contributing to the greater good. Courage refers to the mastery of fear, allowing us to face challenges head-on, while temperance embodies self-control and moderation in our desires. These virtues are interconnected. You cannot possess one without inherently acknowledging the others. Fascinatingly, these virtues were later adopted by Christian theology as elements of moral character. When it comes to emotions, the Stoics did not advocate for a complete suppression of feelings as many believe. Instead, they made a distinction between healthy emotions, known as eupathii, and unhealthy emotions, referred to as passions. Unhealthy emotions arise from irrational judgments, leading to excessive responses like anger or envy. On the other hand, healthy emotions are grounded in rational thinking, leading to calm satisfaction or reasonable prudence. The goal of Stoicism is to transform unhealthy passions into healthy emotions through rational understanding. They believe that our emotional responses are born from our judgments and can thus be managed. This perspective on emotions has had a significant influence on modern therapies that explore the connection between thoughts and feelings. Another pivotal concept in Stoicism is the idea of the logos. The logos represents a rational and divine principle that orders the universe. It is essentially universal reason. This rational architecture not only structures the cosmos but connects all of humanity through our capacity for reason. To live well is to align our lives with this rational order, accepting what befalls us, because, according to Stoic belief, everything happens for a reason within the larger plan of the logos. This connection between human beings and the divine through reason highlights a framework for understanding our existence and purpose. Additionally, Stoicism encourages a healthy attitude towards death. Stoics viewed death as a natural aspect of the life cycle and urged people not to fear it. Death is not seen as an evil, rather, it is an inevitable process that we all must face and should do so with dignity and acceptance. They promoted daily reflections, reminding themselves of their mortality with phrases like, memento mori, which means, remember you must die. The purpose of contemplating death was twofold. Firstly, it reminded Stoics to focus on what really matters in life, and secondly, it served to lessen the fears surrounding death itself. Unlike the Epicureans, who held a more defined view of the afterlife, Stoics believed in some form of continuity, whether through reabsorption into the divine logos or another state of being. They looked towards Socrates as an exemplar of grace in the face of death, whose calm acceptance served as a model. Journaling and self-examination were also vital tools in the Stoic toolbox. The practice of writing daily reflections on one's thoughts, actions, and emotional responses was encouraged. This was not merely for the sake of recording one's life but as a tool for improvement and deeper understanding. Journaling allows individuals to reinforce Stoic principles, anticipate challenges, and cultivate a sense of gratitude for what they have. Notably, Marcus Aurelius' writings, known as Meditations, comprise personal reflections intended to guide his own life rather than for public consumption. These practices underscore the Stoic value placed on self-reflection. Finally, there are three fundamental disciplines that organize Stoic practice: the discipline of desire, the discipline of action, and the discipline of assent. The discipline of desire involves learning to want what is good while not desiring what is bad, including the acceptance of fate. Action encourages us to act justly and fulfill our social roles with a focus on the collective good rather than merely self-interest. Lastly, assent centers around our judgment, urging us to critically examine our impressions and not simply accept them at face value. These frameworks circulate through the lenses of physics, ethics, and logic within Stoic thought. Historically, Stoicism has left a continuous mark on various domains of modern thought. In psychology, we see direct links to cognitive behavioral therapy where the emphasis is placed on transforming our judgments to alleviate distress. Political thinkers like America's founding fathers were influenced by Stoic ideals concerning virtue and the importance of living a principled life. Existentialists have reflected upon Stoic themes regarding freedom and responsibility, and many modern business leaders advocate for Stoic principles in decision-making processes. Recently, there has been a surge of interest in Stoic practice, with books and discussions revitalizing its teachings. Stoicism encourages us to apply its principles in everyday life to enhance our well-being. Consider incorporating morning reflections to set intentions, engaging in premeditation of adversity by visualizing potential challenges and rehearsing responses, and regularly reviewing your day to acknowledge growth and improvements. Take a moment to pause and breathe during stressful times or practice gratitude for the positives in your life. Stoic practices like these not only help us cope with life's unpredictability but also foster a greater sense of inner strength and clarity. Today, we explored Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes resilience, self-control, and understanding our place in the universe. We've learned about the dichotomy of control, the foundational virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, and how to cultivate healthy emotions while managing unhealthy ones. The Stoic view of death encourages acceptance and reflection as a way to live fully in the moment while connecting with the rationale of the universe through the concept of the logos. The practices of journaling and self-examination have been highlighted as powerful tools for philosophical development. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into Stoicism. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to subscribe to Spelling Bee Ninja for more educational content that broadens your horizons. Keep seeking wisdom and resilience in your daily lives, and until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.